After a troublesome season in LA, Kawhi Leonard is yet again asking the Clippers to acquire something to keep him happy with the team. But the more Kawhi Leonard asks for something for the Clippers to acquire for him, the more you realize he already had everything he wanted with the Toronto Raptors. Let's get into it. Welcome to Amateur Sports, where we are so close to 600 subscribers. So if it is your first time here with me today, you like what you see, you want more NBA content with a focus on the Toronto Raptors, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and join the movement. But on to today's topic. Kawhi Leonard yet again asking for something else from the LA Clippers. Always asking for things from them, but asking for something else. He decided that he needs a proper point guard to play with, and that is what they were missing during the playoffs in the postseason. So, looking at the Clippers, I watched a lot of the Clippers games in the playoffs. They were certainly lacking a proper point guard for that team, something to make them tick on offense. Lakers had a guy like Rajon Rondo who is great in the half-court offense, which is why he seemingly thrives in the playoffs and not always in the regular season. The Clippers did not have that. You got a guy like Patrick Beverley who was pretty brutal in the playoffs, to be honest. He was pretty awful. Defensively, we know what Patrick Beverley brings, but offensively, does not really bring anything except for dog barking. And then you look at Lou Williams. Lou Williams is a scoring machine. I love Lou Williams, but is he that pure point guard that they needed on that team? Definitely not. So Kawhi Leonard decided the Clippers need to go out and acquire a point guard after all of these things Kawhi Leonard has been asking for. The Clippers are really, really throwing away any sort of future they had. They are staking everything on this era, this season, basically. And if they don't get it this season, next season, well, Kawhi Leonard could leave if his contract is up. Paul George could leave if his contract is up. So Clippers have some problems. We'll see if they can make it up this season. So basically, this video was sparked by another trade rumor I have seen, and surprise, surprise, it is another trade rumor involving Kyle Lowry. So the Clippers need a point guard, so they could go chase Kyle Lowry, a guy who played with Kawhi Leonard, who had great success in playing with Kawhi Leonard en route to the 2019 NBA championship. So how do you make room for Kyle Lowry's salary? Well, apparently in this trade rumor, you do a sign and trade with Montrezl Harrell, giving him to the Raptors, as well as Marcus Morris. Without Serge Ibaka, confirmed coming back, maybe you want to shore up that center position and get Montrezl Harrell and give a backup to Pascal Siakam by getting Marcus Morris, a guy who averages, I think, near 15 points a game, is a tremendous three-point shooter. I like Marcus Morris, but would I trade Kyle Lowry in order to get him and Montrezl Harrell? No. Montrezl Harrell is a free agent. If Montrezl Harrell wants to come to the Raptors, we can just simply sign him in free agency without having to trade Kyle Lowry. The sign and trade thing just never has made sense to me, because why would you trade for a guy who's a free agent? If he wants to go to your team and you want him, you can just simply sign him in the free agency, let alone giving away one of your top players, the heart and soul of your team, Kyle Lowry, for Montrezl Harrell, who I think would be a bad fit with the Raptors. Like, if you sign Fred VanVleet and you sign Montrezl Harrell, or you get him via a sign and trade, that prices you out of a max free agent, the thing the Raptors are waiting for in the next offseason. So that is a stupid trade, an absolutely stupid trade, to go after guys that would just price you out of what you're waiting for, that max free agent spot next offseason. And Montrezl Harrell, I don't even think is a good fit for the Raptors on the team. He's an undersized center. He was poor in the playoffs. When he plays an actual proper big, like he would be playing in the East with a guy like Joel Embiid, he's going to struggle. Montrezl Harrell is 6'8", undersized. He needs to be a six man to come off and be a scorer from the big position, but he can't be a starter, because if he's going up against a proper big, he's going to get devoured in the paint. But back to the topic, the title of this video, what you clicked on this video for. Kawhi Leonard is trying to turn the Clippers into Toronto. Kawhi Leonard, he wants better point guard play with the Clippers. I know a team in Toronto who had two elite point guards that he had to play with and that they were so successful in playing with. Also, if you have Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet, who are those elite point guards, you also have a guy like Norman Powell coming off the bench who can also contribute heavily to the offense. Kawhi Leonard has said during the season that he needs a rim protector because Zubac, not very athletic, not a tremendous defender, just kind of a big body in the paint. Not really that rim protector. And Montrezl Harrell, like I said, undersized, is definitely not that rim protector. Kawhi Leonard played with a rim protector in Toronto. In fact, two of them, Marc Gasol and Serge Ibaka, are both elite rim protectors in Toronto. Kawhi Leonard yet again showcasing how he's trying to just mold the Clippers into what he already had in Toronto. Then he was deciding that he needed better players on the team that can win when he's not playing, when he's load managing. He needs a team who can win more games without him on the floor because the Clippers last season were 8-7 without Kawhi Leonard on the floor. The Toronto Raptors in 2019 or the 2018-2019 season actually had a better win percentage when Kawhi Leonard was not on the floor. Now, I'm not saying the Raptors are a better team without Kawhi because, in the playoffs, you need a guy like that. But their win percentage was better when Kawhi Leonard was load managing. And their win percentage this regular season was the best in franchise history, better than when they had Kawhi Leonard last season. So the Raptors win games if Kawhi Leonard is there, or if he's not there. In the playoffs, it's a bit different. You need that elite score, that elite piece to get you through some series, to overcome. Usually you need the best player on the court in order to win a playoff series, and Kawhi Leonard was that. But during the regular season, if Kawhi Leonard is load managing, you want to have a team who's going to continue to win, not kind of regress into something different. So with that, Kawhi Leonard, again, just thinking about all the good things he had in Toronto and trying to make it happen with the Clippers. And now we're on to this trade rumor where Kawhi Leonard needs a point guard. You had that in Toronto as well. You wanted a rim protector, which you already had but decided to leave. You want a team who can perform better without you on the court, which you already had but you decided to leave. And now you want a point guard. And now this trade rumor is suggesting you're going to go try to pick ours apart and get one of ours. You left Toronto. You got to deal with it. This is what you got with the Clippers. This is what you wanted. You wanted Paul George to play with you. You said the Raptors, you'd stay there if you went after Paul George. But the Raptors decided they did not want to trade Pascal Siakam and countless first round and second round picks in order to acquire Paul George. And I think the whole world saw why in the playoffs against the Denver Nuggets, why you didn't want to go break the bank for Paul George. The Clippers decided, you know what? We're going to do it. We want to stake it. We want to risk it to get Kawhi Leonard into the team and Paul George. And that should be an absolutely elite duo, but it just really didn't pan out this season. They just don't have the right pieces at point guard, apparently. But with those, the Clippers are still contenders. The Clippers got just as far as the Raptors this season. The Raptors have work to do in the offseason. The Clippers have work to do in the offseason. But it's just kind of funny watching Kawhi trying to turn the Clippers into what he had with the Toronto Raptors. And just could have stayed. The Raptors, I am quite confident. Based on what I saw the teams had to offer in this postseason. I'm quite confident the Raptors would have run it back this year with Kawhi Leonard. I think they had a great opportunity to run it back even without him. You get through Boston in Game 7. If Pascal Siakam actually shows up, the Toronto Raptors team is better than that Miami Heat team that took the Lakers to 6 games in the final. So it's just kind of unfortunate the Raptors never did it. But that's, I'm being a little greedy. The fact that I have seen a championship in really my lifetime, there's a lot of fans out there who do not get to see a championship for their team. I got to see one in a stage where I could really appreciate the moment. I wasn't too young, I wasn't too old. I really appreciated the moment watching the Raptors win the 2019 NBA championship. So I'm not going to be too greedy. But just the rumors and the things that I keep seeing Kawhi Leonard say, like, you had everything that you wanted in Toronto, everything that you needed, but clearly it's everything that you wanted because you keep asking for it with the Clippers. And now, apparently, they want to come rinse our team to benefit you, to give us a bad trade. There's no way the Raptors would ever take that trade scenario that I was talking about in the rumors. Lowry for Montrezl Harrell via sign-in trade and Marcus Morris. The Raptors would never do that. They would never do that. So it doesn't really matter. But Kawhi Leonard, just if he had stayed, He had everything that he needed to be elite, but he didn't. He wanted to go live in LA. That's his choice. He wanted to go live in LA. He won his championship, so he wanted to go do something else in his hometown. That's fine, but complaining about all these things that you already had is not a great look for Kawhi Leonard. But ultimately, Kawhi Leonard is, a top 3, maybe top 5 player in the NBA. The Clippers will be back next season. We'll see if they can improve and get out of the second round. I think with a new coach, they will definitely do that. There is too much talent on that team. We'll see what kind of moves they make in the offseason. But ultimately, the work didn't need to be done. The work was already put in place to be successful for Kawhi Leonard in Toronto. He just didn't want to take up that opportunity, and we're just going to have to live with that. Toronto Raptors fans, we can't cry about it. We got to live with that. We got to move on. We got to make our own decisions to make ourselves competitive again next year. Go after that max free agent next offseason to make ourselves even more competitive and look towards the future instead of the past. So when you guys hear of Kawhi Leonard asking for all these things that he already had in Toronto, what do you make of it? Let me know in the comment section down below if you think it's a little bit weird that Kawhi Leonard keeps asking for these things when Toronto already would have provided him for those things. Just let me know in the comments down below what you think about that situation. But that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, please like the video if you like and subscribe to Amateur Hour Sports for more content just like this. Like I said, very close to 600 subscribers. So if you are new to the channel, you like what you see, you want more of me, you want more NBA content with a focus on the Toronto Raptors 4 days a week, hit that subscribe button to 600 and beyond as we push onward in the future. Hit that notification bell as well to stay up to date with all that content. At the end of the day, I believe what I say. If you disagree, that is okay. We'll see you again next time for another video.